again? Yeah. Damn it.
Come on,
Let's try it.
1 o'clock.
What, we're on.
We're
We
on.
are. Yeah, that's why I was trying to get you singing.
You didn't tell me we were on.
I did. I said it. I don't
All
think you were
right.
listening.
Well, Jason just said. Anyway, I told him our intro music should be The Wanderer, a good song. Well, welcome back.
Yeah.
I guess we're back
Friday.
on Live Feed Read. Jason,
Yeah.
the Ed McMahon to my Johnny Carson, Paul Reed, your host.
Howdy,
It's
howdy.
9:15:23 at 1 o'clock Friday. It's a beautiful day out.
It
Interesting.
is.
I'm actually literally right now on a live chat with a hurricane lawyer because I've seen one or two in the last week on TV. Hundreds of millions recovered, this, that, and the other.
Okay.
So I went online to confirm what I already know. And remember, on May 24th, 23 of this year, the Republicans and DeSantis signed into law a bill that basically takes away the fee provision that if you have hurricane damage from Idalia and the insurance company doesn't want to pay or stalls or delays or wants to pay you less than your claim is worth, you now have to pay the attorney either a percentage or out of your pocket. Where prior to March 24th, for 130 years, if you prevail, the insurance company have to pay. Of course, they didn't like that. So I started off and I went to the live chat, and we'll talk about Reed's live chat in a minute. But I said, it says, "Hi, I'm whomever." I'll just call her.
Wait. So you went to one of these lawyers that you saw on TV?
The
their
lawyer,
website.
the big one that
You've
does.
seen.
He's doing all of Florida and South Carolina.
Okay. And then you saw that they have a live chat, so you started engaging with it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
So
Okay,
it says, I'm just going to call her. Let's call her Debbie.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Debbie. Are you a new or existing client? And then it says, in case we get disconnected, do you mind providing your phone number and email right off the bat? I can see you're still typing. Please take your time. So I stalled and delayed a little.
Okay.
And then my first question right out of the box says, do I pay for the attorney or does the insurance company pay if we win, right? Okay. Debbie says, well, the initial consultation is free. Yes, it is. Okay. However, the exact fees will depend on your case, and our lawyer will be the best person to help you with that. Could you please share a few details about your situation so I can best assist you? Now, the question is this a bot, the AI, or is this a human? I don't know, but let's keep going. I put Idalia damage, and then I put, well, and back to my question, I read the insurance company does not have to pay the attorney even if we win, right? Could you please share a few details about the situation so that we can best assist you? Hold on a second. Oh, I'm trying to keep her on so I can go and I
Wait,
said,
so you asked like even if we win, we still have to pay the attorney. Is that true? And she goes, please share some details.
Well, she said, could you please share details? So I said, well, I played along. My house was damaged and the insurance company is not paying. Okay. We may be able to help you with that. Do you mind explaining the situation again?
Okay.
Can you answer my question? Who pays the attorney? The lawyer would be in the best person to discuss the specific fees. Thank you. I guess you answered the question. Would you mind telling me a bit more about your situation? So I'm like a hamster on a wheel, right?
Yeah.
So Jason, do you think that's an actual human, or do you think in your experience it's just a program that's basically asking the same thing? Email address,
I would say that
phone
one's
number,
pretty
talk to
well
attorney.
Too. Yeah, 100%. I would say that one's pretty well written too, because it's not engaging with you. It's not engaging with you until it gets the information that it needs, right? So it's waiting for certain keywords to come in. So definitely not a human. That's why it keeps asking the same question over and over, even though you're trying to ask a separate question. Whereas I think with Read and Read, what would happen is if someone like that, well, let me connect you right now with Paul. Paul's available. I'll get you right over to him. Your live chat would say that because Desiree owns yours, right?
That's a good point. I didn't even
be
think
more
about
human. It would be
Our
more
live
human.
chat is Des, our receptionist, who is very well trained. God bless her, and she had her anniversary recently. She takes the initial questions and says, because people will ask. And then basically I'll walk out of my office. I'll go up there and, we chat and answer the
Yeah.
question. I mean, so
Yeah.
it's not a bot. I can tell you that.
Sure.
Here's the thing,
Sure.
medical malpractice, this, that, and the other. And we ask questions. And I sit there and say, well, what about this? When did it happen? Because there's, statute of limitations with med mal. There's issues with dog bite cases. Where did it happen? There are issues with car wrecks. Well, first off, were you at fault? Did anybody get a ticket? So you can clearly see on ours, you're talking to a person. And I'm telling you, because it's either Desiree, Ryan, or myself. And then it's like, well, then we will say, look, we can go on all day, or do you want to you want me to call you right now?
Right.
Do you want Mr. Reed to call you right now? He's available.
Right.
Or do you
I
want
think
to call
that's your differentiation.
Mr. Reed available? I mean, it doesn't get any better or more live than that.
Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly. So, like, there's a clear distinction between whether or not it's human, I think, there. And the bots are typically waiting for certain information, keywords to hit. And then what they do is it crafts a message that then gets emailed into whoever's monitoring the email intake.
Yeah.
Right. And then they use that to then fill out an initial and then send it over to the attorney, et cetera. So it's a little bit more automated.
All right. So there's that. There's the plug for live, our live chat. But so let's go back to the topic, though. People just don't understand how bad that change in the law on March 24th of this year is. So
so slow down and go through that real quick. What was it before and after?
Let's just say pre March of 2023. Your roof was blown off by a hurricane, a thunderstorm, or because some of our thunderstorms are as bad or worse than hurricanes.
They can be, sure.
So you had roof damage, and an appraiser came out and said your new roof's going to be, let's just say, $25,000, right? And the insurance company says, well, we think that was pre-existing damage or X, Y, and Z. We'll give you $10,000. And you say, no, I didn't have any pre-existing damage. I want 25. Okay. And they say, no. You hire a lawyer. The lawyer sues the insurance company and wins.
Okay.
The insurance company had to pay the attorney the fees that were incurred in getting you your money for your roof. Pretty simple.
Okay. Right? Yeah.
Well, of course, insurance companies, they didn't like that because not only did they have to pay the make you whole, fix your roof, then they got slammed for attorney's fees on top of that.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
So they don't like that.
Not
so what do? They go up to the powers that be who are running for president at all and say, we'll donate, this is my opinion, we're going to donate millions of dollars to your campaign if this law is changed. Again, just my opinion. But the law was changed that says, well, I know for 130 years, there was a provision that says if we, big insurance, lose, we got to pay the attorney's fees.
Right.
Well, let's just get rid of that 130-year-old law and say, nope, regardless of whether we're right or wrong, the insured, Jason, myself, or whomever, has to pay the attorney's fee.
That's wild.
Why is that important? Let's just take our $25,000 roof example.
Yeah, it's going to cut down on cases. 100%.
Well, let's just say the attorney says, I'll do it for, a 25% fee. Right? Mm-hmm. So 25,000 times 25% is $6,250. So, Jason, you have your roof's damaged, you win, but now instead of $25,000, which is going to cost to fix your roof, you're basically going to have to come out of pocket $6,250 because you had to pay the lawyer that 25% to get the to make you whole, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like I said, that's going to cut down on cases a lot. Because who's going to look at that and go, yeah, I've got the money to do that.
Well, I don't know if they're doing it a percentage fee or not. Mm-hmm. What if they're saying a flat fee? You've got to pay me $300-400 an hour. And I think it's going to take 10 hours or 20 hours, or I don't know how they're doing it. But either
Right.
way, you're not going to get your roof, house, or otherwise paid for if your insurance company doesn't make you whole from the beginning, and you have to hire a lawyer because that's going to come out of your pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to cut way down on cases.
Well, it's sad actually, but anyway, so that's how it works. So maybe
was there any kind of fraud or something that they were even aiming at getting rid of with this change, or was it just like,
well, see, here's what
we want
happens.
more money?
There's always two sides. Some insurance adjuster, somebody out there saying, "Well, there's fraud and there's bad apples and so forth." And I'll give you an example of what some of the things that were going on. And I agree. You know how I read my Florida Law Weekly, which are the appellate cases. I read in there that some doctor or MRI facility or other medical provider, I can't recall, basically has a PIP lawyer, and they sued them for 30 cents. And so that's ridiculous. Also, here's another example. The windshield glass cases were also problematic. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
We've all seen the commercials on the internet, TV, or otherwise. We'll give you $200 to put in your windshield, right?
To fix your own windshield. Yeah.
Well, what's happening? Just so you know what's happening there on the backside, there's attorneys that are working with these glass companies that will sue immediately if the insurance company doesn't pay within a certain period of time, or they question how much you should pay, and they say that the windshield wasn't that much. Because think about it. Let's just say the windshield's $500, but someone's coming out to give you $200 to put in the $500 windshield. How are they making any money unless the flip side is there's an attorney back there zipping the insurance company for thousands of dollars? So I get it. But what is it? You don't throw the baby out with the bathwater or something.
Yeah.
There are other things that could have been done to alleviate I don't want to call it fraud, but the some of it was fraud, but also just the bad eggs without burning down the house, so to speak. Yeah. So big insurance companies, I get it. There was abuses, but I got to be honest. In my opinion, who's abusing the system more, a few people or the billion-dollar companies? I'll leave that up to you, my TV audience, to decide how that works out.
Yeah, of course.
Heck, I mean, that was I don't want to rant and rave, but I saw the TV, a couple of them, and I wanted to let people know. Just when you call it, that's what's going to happen. Sure, it's a free consultation, but just understand. Which sometimes you have to. Sometimes, Jason, you got to bite the bullet. Look, I'd rather have 75,000 than nothing. So I get that too, but just kind of keep in your mind, you're almost that attorney's fee is almost kind of like a deductible. You're going to be out of pocket an amount of money, and you're not going to be made whole. So when you go into it, you're going to have to kind of do your math and say, well, they're offering me, let's just say it's $100,000 claim, right? And they're offering you 75,000, right? Okay, do the math. Well, they're offering me 75,000 today. If I get the whole 100,000, but I got to pay 25% or 25,000 2 years from now, what do I get? 75,000.
Right. Yeah.
Why wait 2 years or a year? What good is that? All that's doing. And look, I'm a lawyer. I get it. But you're a consumer and think, well, so I can get my money now, and they're only offering me, which is what they're doing, just so you'll know. They're only offering me 75% or 80% of fair market value, because they know whatever the lawyer's charging, whether it's 10%, 25%, they know that, do the math. You're going to get the same amount, consumer, just the lawyer's going to take the other.
Yeah.
So I'm
or
not
they're
sitting
gonna
here bad
or they're gonna
mouthing.
see a lot of people try
I'm
to
not
take on their
bad
own cases and
mouthing
then
these attorneys that help people with Idalia or Ian
yeah.
or claims.
Yep.
What I'm saying is, do the math, which is what I tell my family and friends, and I'm telling you, TV audience, so to speak. You know,
Yeah.
if the percentage that you have to pay, equals kind of, what they're offering you, you're.
And maybe they're hoping that people will try to do it themselves so that they can then just steamroll them.
Well, that happens, and let me
You know what
let
I
me tell
mean?
you
Like,
another nugget, a
like
scam.
they'll want
So
to cut the
not a
lawyers out, so
scam,
they'll do
but
it themselves.
there are what's called, and I'm going to get firebombed, but there are what's called public adjusters. Okay, and you can
Yep.
Google it. They're not lawyers. They are basically either prior insurance adjusters or whomever that will act like lawyers, but they can't file suit, and they will negotiate with you for with the insurance company, right?
Okay.
So
Right. Right. Right.
they're kind of your agent, but they can't file suit. So they have limited value, because if you can't
Right.
file suit, then the insurance companies, to me, just don't. You're just a middleman between me and the insurance company, but you
Right.
you
There's
know
bark but no
you know a
teeth.
little more than I do,
Right.
right?
Right. There's bark but no
So a
teeth.
buddy of
Yes.
mine, I don't mind telling you, Bobby Anderson, if he's watching, good. His house burnt to the ground a few years ago, right?
Okay.
Well, these insurance companies monitor the internet, the TVs. I don't know exactly how, but the next damn day they were at his house saying, look, for 10%, I think it was, we'll handle everything and get you your money, right? Bob signed the paper and he had 3 days to get out of it. So far, are you with me?
Yep.
Bob had a $300,000 policy, period. I'm short, but
Okay.
that's innards, outers. He had 300 grand, right?
Okay.
He calls me and tells me, I'm like, what are you, a jackass? I said, your house burned to the ground. Nice house, everything in it. You probably didn't have enough insurance, but that's neither here. You have 300,000. You're fixing to give $30,000 to someone where all you've got to do is call your company and say, look, my house burnt to the ground. They'll send you a check for 300,000, right?
Yeah.
He writes a public adjuster and says, hey, thank you. I'm getting out of my contract. He does exactly what I told him. He got $300,000 instead of $270,000.
Right. Okay. That's a big difference.
So you got to be smart.
Yeah.
Don't let these people
Some
call
public
you.
adjuster somewhere hates you right now.
Well, hey, look, do
Hopefully
whatever
your house
you
doesn't
want.
burn to the ground.
I'm not
Paul
saying
doesn't
they
play
don't
with
serve a
matches on the
purpose.
weekend. I just want everybody to know.
But yeah, well, yeah, but on these total loss cases, you might want to just wait before you go hiring somebody to see if, look, my house is a total loss.
Yeah.
They may say, yeah, okay, here. I have people all the time calling about, hey, my car is damaged. I'm like, okay, have you contacted, and I need your help. Well, how
You know
come?
what though? I think that's something. Okay.
Hold on. And I need your help. I said, well, you hurt? No, my car's been in a wreck and it's damaged. I like, well, did you call the insurance company? No. Why not? Well, because I'm not supposed to talk to the insurance company without a lawyer. I said, look, that's for injury cases. I said, for your property damage, call the insurance company and see how they want to handle it. If you have a repair shop, you can take it there. By the way, you don't have to use their repair shop. You can use your own. You can use theirs. That's your choice. Hold on. And so call them, and if they fix your car, or if it's a total loss, go online and say, my car's worth 10 grand. They're giving me 10 grand. You don't need a lawyer. Why are you going to pay me a percentage or an amount of money until you at least try?
Yes.
Try first, especially on property damage. If that doesn't work, well, then you want to consult a lawyer. But don't give your money away until you're not made whole. Now go ahead.
All right. First, I want to say this is not legal advice. If you do need advice specific to your circumstance, don't count this as legal advice. If anything here matches your circumstances, it's coincidental, merely coincidental. So
that's our disclaimer. These are all opinions.
These are opinions. Yeah, he's on
my
the road.
opinion. But go ahead. What else?
I think that I think that you underestimate how different you guys are. Because there are a lot of attorneys who just won't even help people without, you give that advice freely to friends, and you're helpful to people who are previous clients of yours or friends of yours, and you have a community of people that are loyal and friendly and feel like family simply because you guys give them more information.
In all fairness, people call all the time that I don't know and never met. I'll talk to them for 15 and 20 minutes, and I'll tell you why. If I talk to someone 50 or 20 minutes or even 30 minutes, and this happens all the time, a year, 2 years, 3 years, something will happen, they'll call. And I'll give you an example. Just last week, a truck driver that I got, semi-tractor trailer, he was in New Jersey, and he had an issue. And I wrote a few letters for him. It wasn't an injury. They were jacking him around with a semi-tractor trailer. It worked out. Dude, I didn't hear from him. This might have been 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah. Wow.
And he called me up on the way to work and said, I know you don't remember me and this. And I did remember him. And, a friend got in a crash and this, that, and the other. So, yes, I will help you. And if you never need me again, great. But at least by doing that, you've helped somebody, which is what we're supposed to do as lawyers. And, if it works out that you get something later, kudos.
Good people are hard to find, is all I'm trying to say. Yeah, I think you underestimate. I think you underestimate.
Yeah, because it is sad because, I got to say, I make a lot of money because this system and the law and all is very confusing, very complicated.
Yeah.
I mean, and it changes every single day.
Yeah.
These come out once a week, and it changes every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anywho. Yeah, no, that's good. It's like social media and what I do. It literally changes daily.
Yeah.
Literally constantly.
Well, I know I don't want to take a bunch of time, but did you see where Las Vegas got hacked?
No.
Oh, Google that. Caesars and MGM got hacked. Dude, one of them, they locked everybody's door. So you couldn't get into your room. Nowadays it's on the phone, I guess.
Yeah.
Or you got the little keypad. It's obviously not a key. Dude, they locked everybody out of their rooms. They shut down the registration system. And one of the hotels, dude, they turned off the slot machines.
That's
I think funny. Caesars or MGM. Guess how much they paid? Guess how much they paid?
How much?
$15 million.
To just flip that switch.
Turn their computers back on. Turn their slot machines back on.
Sorry. Jeez, dude. That is an expensive. That is a.
Well, and here's the sad thing is, we'll probably get hacked now. I don't know that there's anything anybody can do about it at this point. I don't know.
I mean,
you try, but I don't know.
It depends. There's a lot. There's a lot. I mean, it's illegal, right? So, like,
of course,
it is what it is. But you have to find them. So it'll take money and resources to find, right?
Well, if you can.
And then it's like a profit loss game
at
that point.
Anyway, y'all, if you want to Google that, I was like, holy crap.
I'm interested now. Yeah,
Las Vegas gets hacked.
Have you been following New Mexico?
The governor.
Yeah.
She's an idiot.
That's interesting. I didn't know if you were. So, yeah. Wild.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not getting the Second Amendment. It's a hot topic. People think all guns should be gone. Other people think gun rights or whatever. I don't want to get into it. It's too political.
No, that's fine. I just didn't know if you were following it. We don't have to.
I watched it.
It's hot right now.
Yeah, you make your own decision on that. I could care less. Yeah, like I told Junior, I said, look, what do I care what happens in Oregon? I don't. What do I care what happens in Portland? I don't care. I mean, I feel bad for the innocent victims of whatever's happening.
Of course.
What happens in San Francisco? That's not. Yeah. What happens in New Mexico? I care what happens in Florida.
For sure, that's where we
are. It affects me because
it affects us, our kids.
Yeah. I believe that every state, you elect the people you want to run your state, And if this is what they do and you elect them, well, then that must be what you want. Honestly. Yeah. Because there's an easy way to change things.
Yeah. Keep your own backyard trim.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. Vote. So I'm not going to worry about what's happening in Texas or in New Mexico or in California or Oregon. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't.
It does affect our property values though, because people leave those places and come here.
Well, I will. Well, and that's fine. But I bought my home in 2020 December, right? For X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
You can go online and see it. But it's doubled in less than 3 years. It's doubled. So hey, move on in, baby. When
a downturn in the economy,
when it triples, I'm out.
Yeah, I was gonna say we bought ours at half X, and it's now like double X as well. So we're up quite a bit, but it's too hard to move to anywhere else right now. I'd like to cash in.
All right. Well, listen, it's 1:30.
All right. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What'd you get?
Anyways,
okay.
I gotta go. Ryan's beeping because I parked in a spot.
Oh my word! All right, cool.
All right, take us out.
Have a great day. I got you. Yep.
See ya.
Later.
Later.